Hello students, welcome to the Gokhale Education Society's HPT Arts and RYK Science College and Department of Political Science. You are very well aware that in the present situation of COVID pandemic, it will be not possible for some time to conduct the physical lectures. So the college and the Department of Political Science is conducting this lecture series on electronic or digital format. In this very first lecture, we are just going to have the introduction about the syllabus and the content that you are going to learn for your FYBA Political Science paper. And for your FYBA Political Science paper, you are going to learn about the Indian Constitution, and that's why in this very first lecture we are going to discuss about the syllabus and how to study this paper and what kind of references you are going to use. So these all points we are going to cover in this introductory part. So first of all, now we are going to understand why this introduction to constitution paper is designed for your FYBA paper and what were the objectives for designing this particular syllabus. So the content of this course are designed with the following objectives. So first of all, to acquaint student with the important feature of the Constitution of India and with the basic framework of Indian government. As we know that the Constitution of India, and for that matter the Constitution of any country, is called as a fundamental law or the highest law of the land. So this is also called as the highest law of the land because all other laws or the actions of the government are derived from the this particular source of constitution, and that's why the constitution is that legal framework under which the Indian government or the entire political dynamics functions, and that's why this is very important to understand what are the general features of the Indian Constitution. So that's why this syllabus is derived with this particular objective in mind. And secondly, to familiarize student with the working of the Constitution. So we will also discuss at one level what are the features, what are the provisions in Indian Constitution, and practically how they work out. So this thing we will also going to discuss. So theoretical plus practical. So on these two dimensions, we are going to learn about the this FYBA Political Science paper. Okay, and again, as far as the content of the syllabus are concerned, so there are total 8 topics. So 4 topics we are going to learn for the semester 1 and another 4 topics we are going to learn for the semester 2. Okay, so first of all we will start with this your semester 1 in which we are going to discuss about the first 4 topics. But today we are going to discuss about the all 8 topics and its content so that you will get the overall idea about this particular paper. So first of all, for your semester 1, you have topic number 1 to 4. Now we are going to discuss in detail what are the content of this first 4 topics. For your first topic, you are having the topic called as a making of Indian Constitution. For unit 1, we are going to learn about the making of Indian Constitution, a kind of historical discussion we are going to have. And in this topic, you will learn historical background. So what exactly is the historical background of Indian Constitution? That is how Indian Constitution came into existence. So popularly we know that the Indian Constitution was adopted on 26 November 1949 and it was fully implemented from 26 January 1950. But the historical development of Indian Constitution goes for centuries. That is when the Britishers arrived and when they also came with certain legal administrative structures. Since then this constitution making process has come with some dynamism. So we are going to understand this particular historical background. Second thing that we will discuss in this topic is about the Constituent Assembly. So Constituent Assembly was that representative body which framed the Indian Constitution. That's why this Constituent Assembly perform very important role in the framing of Indian Constitution. So we will discuss how this Constituent Assembly came into existence, how many members were there, who were the prominent members, how actually the Constituent Assembly framed the Indian Constitution. So all this interesting part we are going to discuss in this issue. Then we will discuss about the preamble of Indian Constitution, which is actually a summarized philosophy of Indian Constitution. That is, suppose if you want to understand the philosophy of Indian Constitution, the best source is to understand its preamble. Okay, so we are going to discuss about this, and the very important part is salient features. So what are the features of Indian Constitution that we can generally discuss? So this is for your unit 1 under the making of Indian Constitution. For your unit 2, which is quite a detailed kind of topic, because the content it discusses is quite wider, and that's why it will take some kind of lengthy discussion. And the unit 2 is about fundamental rights, fundamental duties, and directive principle of state policy. So this we are going to discuss under unit 2. So here you will discuss about fundamental rights, secondly fundamental duties, and thirdly we will discuss about the directive principle of state policy. So all these three elements we will discuss in unit 2. For your unit 3, we will discuss about a very important mechanism that is being adopted by the Indian Constitution for the management of this geographically vast country, or culturally, socially, linguistically, or on the basis of religion diverse country like India, and that is what we call federalism. Okay, so we'll understand what federalism is by that basic discussion. So in this unit 3, you will discuss about salient feature of Indian federalism, center state relation. Center state means union government and the government that exists between different constituent state in India. So what is the exactly kind of relationship between the center and state? And the third important issue that we are going to discuss about is issues of conflict between different states, and basically the issues related to the water and border. So this thing we are going to discuss under unit 3. For your unit 4, we will discuss a very important aspect of the Constitution, and that is what we call amendment. So amendment is basically a process by which certain part of the Constitution is changed. Okay, so this is technically called as an amendment. So in unit 4, which is titled as Constitutional Amendment, Scope and Limitation, we will discuss about first of all Article 368. Okay, because the provisions, constitutional provisions related to the amendment are made in Article 368 of the Indian Constitution. So basically we will first of all discuss what is Article 368, what are its provisions, that we will discuss. Then we will discuss major constitutional amendments. So look, there are more than 100 amendments to the Constitution. That is, it simply means that Indian Constitution has made change, or there are certain changes in the provision of Indian Constitution more than 100 times. Okay, but we are not going to consider all amendments because that is quite difficult, and again a very wider kind of discussion. So here we are just going to consider major constitutional amendment like 42nd, 44 and 86. So these are the three important amendments we are going to discuss. And then we will discuss a very important thing about this amendment procedure, and this is what we call basic structure of the Indian Constitution. Okay, so here again, if you can, when we discuss about Article 368, you will find that so this is the actually the Parliament of India which has the final right to make changes in the Indian Constitution. But the question is that up to what extent the Parliament of India can make the changes in the Indian Constitution. So to solve this issue, in a very famous Keshavananda Bharati case, the Supreme Court came with one doctrine called as a basic structure doctrine, and on that issue we are going to discuss about this basic structure of the Indian Constitution. So all these things we are going to cover in this topic. So for your semester 1, this 4 topic we are going to understand, or we are going to discuss. For your semester 2, For example, for topic 5, that is for semester second, we will discuss about the legislature. So legislature is basically that body which makes law. Okay, so here we will discuss union legislature, basically structure, power and role. So union legislature, popularly we known as a Parliament of India, which consists of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, so that we will discuss. Then state legislature, again its structure, power and role. So again state legislature have a similar kind of structure. Okay, as far as the Vidhan Sabha is concerned. Okay, so we will discuss the state legislature. In unit 6 we will discuss about the executive. So executive is that machinery which implements the law. Okay, so here we will discuss union executive, in which we will discuss about president and vice president, their power, function and role. Then prime minister, power, functions and role. So this three very important aspects about the president, vice president and prime minister we are going to learn. Again, we will also discuss the Council of Minister. What is the concept of Council of Minister? How this Council of Minister is formed, and what is actually the mechanism of its working? And again, the similar three issues we are going to discuss is power, function, and role. Then we will also have a look on the state executive, like governor. Again, its power, function, and role. Chief Minister and Council of Minister and their power, function and role. So this power, function and role of union executive and state executive and their constituent other constitutional bearers, that we are going to discuss in topic number 6. In topic 7 we are going to discuss about the very important organization or legal organization, that is what we call judiciary. And the basic function of judiciary is interpretation of the law and delivery of the justice. Okay, so legislature makes the law, executive implements the law, and judiciary interprets the law and delivers the justice. Okay, so in that way we are going to discuss all three important organs of the government. So under this topic of judiciary we will discuss Supreme Court, its power and functions, High Court, power and functions, and judicial review and judicial activism. Two very important concepts about the judiciary that we are going to discuss is judicial review and judicial activism. And in the last topic, that is on in unit 8, we will discuss about the electoral system, the very interesting and very you can say that wider aspect of this the largest democracy of called as India. Okay, so that is what we call electoral system. So here we will discuss how elections are conducted in India and what is its basic mechanism. So here we will discuss basically first of all the very central organization which shoulders this responsibility of conducting the election to the world's largest democracy, that is Election Commission. Then what is its composition, function and role, that we will discuss. Secondly, we will discuss Chief Election Commissioner and the issue of electoral reforms. Okay, so what actually this, and so meanwhile we will also try to understand the mechanism of election in India and how that operates. So this is how we are going to learn the remaining 4 topics for your semester 2. Now we come to the next very important issue. So how you are going to learn or understand this paper of Introduction to Indian Constitution? Look, e-content or lecture is a one way. Okay, so it is a one way. That is why how the teachers can interact with the student. But as a student, you can also refer to number of books and other resources to enrich your knowledge. Because after all, if you consider the nature of this paper, it is very dynamic, because as I already said that the constitution is the basic framework through which the politics, society and all other you can say that aspect of our daily life are generally controlled in a very dynamic way. So you have a very day-to-day interaction with these all constitutional issues. Okay, and that's why you are required to refer to number of other resources to enrich your knowledge. So that's now we are going to discuss here. So first of all, let's start with the books. So what kind of books you are going to refer to? So here I am going to give you certain popular, representative and very authoritative books, okay, that you can refer to enrich your knowledge beside these lectures. So first of all, one very popular book is M. Lakshmikant, called as an Indian Polity, a quite popular book. So this book is properly organized and point-wise coverage of various aspects of Indian Constitution, and its sixth edition is already published. It is also recommended for civil service examination. So anybody of you who is also interested in preparing for the civil service exam, so generally this is called as a very must-have book. Okay, and also to get a very wider kind of perspective. So this book is generally prescribed. Again, there is also one book, I think, which was published recently in 2019 by Subramanian S.G. This is the titled as Indian Constitution and Indian Polity. It is published by Pearson India, and it is very precisely written, and its first edition was published in 2019. So beside, you can also refer to this book. Then, if you require some historical discussion, so I will suggest one very classic book which thoroughly covers the historical development of Indian Constitution, which is the what we call as the Indian Constitution Cornerstone of Nation by Granville Austin. It is a quite older book. Actually, it was published in the 1970s, but its upgraded version is now available. And this is called as one of the classic book if you want to understand how historically the Indian Constitution has developed. So, as a reference book, you can also refer to this kind of classic text on Indian Constitution. Again, one more book is a Introduction to Indian Constitution by D.D. Basu. It nicely covers the philosophical and historical aspects of the Indian Constitution. Okay, and then one more book I will suggest is about the P.M. Bakshi, and this is called as a Constitution of India. So the book covers all articles of Indian Constitution. The book is lengthy one which provides detailed view of all sections of the Indian Constitution. Look, the very best way of understanding Indian Constitution is first of all to know about its different provisions, because for example Indian Constitution has more than 395 articles, original Constitution. So we are not expected to learn all 395 articles, but whatever syllabus we have, so they also deals with different articles of Indian Constitution. So to know which article contains which provision, so you need a very that kind of book, and that book is what we call Bakshi, PM Bakshi's The Constitution of India. So this thing, and another part is its philosophical theoretical understanding. So you can get that kind of understanding either from D.D. Basu's book or even from M. Lakshmikant or other books that you can refer to. So to understand the detailed provisions of the Constitution, that is by article, so you can refer to this book called as a Constitution of India. And also there is also one what we call e-constitution published by the Ministry of Law, so by the central government. This is also freely available on the website. It is in the PDF format, so you can also refer to that copy also. It is also available in Hindi, English and Marathi. Okay. So this book we are generally I will generally prefer for the student. Okay. Then beside these books, you can also refer to certain newspaper, journal and magazine, because as I already told, this is a very dynamic subjects which have impact of daily happenings or daily events. So by simply following certain news articles, you will also learn about the different issues about the Constitution. So most of the national newspaper covers various constitutional and political issues. Daily following of these news and editorials will enrich our understanding and give us wider perspective. For example, the recommended like the newspaper like the Hindu or the Indian Express, now they also have their digital issues available to free to read. Okay, or at least you can read certain articles freely. Besides, there are also certain journals and magazines which are published weekly, fortnightly or monthly. So variety of journal and magazine cover in-depth analysis of constitutional issues like Economic and Political Weekly, Frontline, Seminar, Mainstream, Carva. So these are the certain popular journals who also cover different constitutional issues. Okay, I will also take your one session on this very important issue, that is how you can use these electronic resources to study your this particular paper. So we will also going to have one session for that. Okay, and look, here you must understand that whatever books or whatever sources you are referring, it will be best if you devise your own notes. So for example, I suggested you names of 4 or 5 books. So better that if you refer to at least one, or I will suggest you should refer to more than one book. So you can prepare your own notes from different books. So that will also enrich your writing. And beside that, you can also refer to this newspaper and journals and magazines. So that will help you in getting a contemporary kind of issues to your writing skill. Okay, so this is how you can use the newspaper and journals and magazine. Then again, there are certain e-resources available, particularly these are the website which also cover this issue of our Indian constitution very nicely. So I am going to give you certain representative example. So numerous web portal offer free reading literature. Regularly following this portal give us contemporary knowledge and wider perspective. So few notables are, so number one, I will suggest you, there is a one website called as a known by the Constitution of India itself. Okay, the name of that portal is like that. So it is called as a CAD India project. Okay, CAD stand for Constitutional Assembly Debate. Okay, so this is a read, search and explore India's constitutional origin. So this basically is a portal where you can read, search and explore India's constitutional origin. So I also give you the website or the web address of this. So this website designed to make constitutional resources accessible in a user-friendly manner through different aspect. Okay, and so you can also browse digitally and fully searchable versions of 24 historical constitution. Okay, and it also covers 165 days of Constituent Assembly deliberation, that is what actually happened. So they also give a very summarized version if you need to understand how the Constitution of India came into existence. So this CAD India project is a very interesting case. Again, there is a one more portal called as a Center for Law and Policy Research. Okay, so Center for Law and Policy Research was established in recognition of the need to have legal research organization dedicated to the rule of law and defense of constitutional values. So they basically cover different constitutional issues, not just constitutional but other policy related issues also which have a relationship with the different constitutional aspect. So that will also give one wider perspective. If you just search on their website, you will find that how these constitutional issues are related to our day-to-day life. Okay, and beside that, they also conduct one national quiz called as Conquest. Okay, so this is a very interesting quiz, and this quiz is basically based on Indian Constitution, history, and politics. Okay, and this is one of the annual flagship event of Center for Law and Policy Research. So you can also search on their portal, and if you are interested, you can also participate in such competitions. So another very good example is PRS Legislative Research. So this PRS tracks the functioning of the Indian Parliament. Okay, so basically this organization covers the working of India's parliamentary system and basically the working of Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, and they publish number of reports on these things, and they also publish a very interesting summarized reports of different political issues. For example, suppose if you consider the issue of women's reservation or the issue of political defections or issue like for example how productively our Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha is functioning. Okay, so all these technical issues they cover, and here you can find number of such what you call research material or research literature to read, and that will also will be very helpful for you. Again, there is a one more web portal called as a Nyaya. So Nyay web portal provides simple, actionable, reliable information on day-to-day legal problems. It gives simple explanation on range of constitutional legal issues. So this website basically, in a simple terms, define various constitutional aspect and legal aspects. Okay, so that is also one good example you can have. Then another I will suggest is a Center for Policy Research. This is again a policy oriented organization. So Center for Policy Research has been one of India's leading public policy think tanks since 1973. The center is a non-profit, non-partisan, independent institution dedicated to conducting research that contributes to production of high quality scholarship. So this organization basically covers different issues including constitutional and legal issue, and they publish report on that. So this will also give you some more knowledge about the happenings in a constitutional framework. And lastly, the what you call the Department of Law, okay, Ministry of Law and Justice, that is the official department of central government. So the official website of Ministry of Law and Justice, Government of India. So this website provides various documents related to constitutional and legal aspects. So English and Hindi version of electronic copy of Indian Constitution can be downloaded from this site. So you can also download the latest version of Indian Constitution with all amendments in Hindi or English, and particularly in PDF format from this website. So these are certain example, and I will also suggest certain other electronic resources which are quite interesting. So there is a one documentary known as a Samvidhan, Making of Indian Constitution, and it is a 10-part television mini-series based on the making of Indian Constitution. It was directed by a legendary film director Shyam Benegal. So the show premiered on 2nd March 2014 on Rajya Sabha TV. The series can be viewed on YouTube on Rajya Sabha's TV channel. So how Indian Constitution came into existence? So these historical events were captured in a today's context by the in camera by the Shyam Benegal, and through his amazing direction, the Shyam Benegal has literally created that historical reality in today's context, so that it will be very interesting if you watch this 10-part documentary. So you will get understanding of how the constitution was made, what kind of debate happened in the Constituent Assembly, who were the representative of the people, and how they debated. So all these aspects are very amazingly directed in this particular documentary, and they are freely available on YouTube channel of the Rajya Sabha TV, and you can watch this 10-part documentary. So I think this will also enrich your understanding of the Indian Constitution. Okay, so this is the poster of that documentary Samvidhan. And also regularly follow Department of Political Science Twitter and Facebook page to get updated and contemporary contents on different political issues. So this is how you can understand the syllabus of the our FYBA political science paper, that is Introduction to Constitution of India, and how you can study this thing. Okay, so the best way to study this paper is by learning different issues, different aspects of Indian Constitution through different sources, and that will surely enrich your knowledge. So this is how we are going to or we discuss all these things in today's first introductory lecture. Okay, and in the next lecture we will start with our topic 1. Till then, thank you.